special episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill. So come on in. We're going to start in just a minute. I got a video I made for you. We're going to watch that. It's on the Denver International Airport. I got it done. I remade the Denver International Airport video and I'm going to debut it. It's actually already been up. Hey Helen, it's actually already been up on YouTube. I wasn't able to pull this up on my phone, but now I can. I don't know why, but I'm going to share it. I haven't shared it all yet, but invite your friends and share this out. And if you're here on YouTube, looks like we got some here. Click subscribe, click share, click like. And if you're here on Facebook, this is the YouTube link to this very same show I'm about to put in the comments. Come over and check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. I would appreciate it. That would be a great way to help out the show. But come on in, like and share. We're going to start in just a minute. I've got a video I made I'm going to play for you. And we're going to talk conspiracies like we always do. So this isn't our regular night. Last night was our regular night. But I didn't want to compete with the Democratic debate. A lot of people that are in my circle that I care about watch these videos would have been watching that debate. So I wanted them to be able to be at the show. And I didn't want to wait till Saturday. I've got a special one planned for Saturday night. If Clinton comes, we've got a special episode planned Saturday night of Conspiracy Theories and Chill. And that one's going to be on Pizzagate. So Saturday night, special episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill. And then next week on Conspiracy Theories and Chill, on our regular night, we're going to have David Long on. David is a Freemason, and he is going to explain Freemasonry to us. And of course, he's going to show us how it's all on the up and up. So I'm excited about that. So that's what's coming up in a future episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill. But today I want to debut my post, my new video on the Denver International Airport. So the Denver International Airport is fascinating. I don't know how much, if any, you've ever looked into it, but it is definitely worth looking into. The Denver International Airport, I believe, is the Illuminati's airport. I believe there's a massive underground bunker under the Denver International Airport, and I believe there's very good reason to think that. And I'm going to show you in this video, and then we can talk about it afterwards. And I want to hear from you. So participate in the show. This is a live, interactive show, and I want to hear from you. So we got a good group coming in. I've shared this out a little bit. You share it out too. Invite your friends. Get everybody in here. In about a minute or so, I'm going to debut the video. And I'm going to play it for you. The newest video from my YouTube channel, Me on Things and Stuff. So please come to the channel. Come to Me on Things and Stuff on YouTube. This very same show is streaming live right now on YouTube. So check us out over there and check out the channel and like and subscribe. That's a great way to help out and support this show. But here in a second, Helen says I'm watching Wife Swap. One mom is by the book school teacher and the other is homeschooling conspiracy theorist. That sounds like a good episode. But we're going to have a special episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill tonight. So here in just a second, I'm just going to share it one more time, get this out a little bit, and we're going to start the video. But thanks for coming, and like I said, participate in the show. This is a participation show, and it is live. I can see your comments, and I love hearing from you. So I want to hear what you guys think about tonight's topic and anything else you want to get into. We can always get into and do go down multiple rabbit holes on this show. So nothing's off limits, nothing's out of bounds. Please participate. But without any further ado, I am going to switch the scene here so that I can bring up the video, and then we'll be back in a moment to hang out more. But right now, I'm going to show you my video. You are one of the first to see this. This only has 18 views on YouTube so far. I hope that changes. Please head over there and share it if you like it. But this is my video in the Denver International Airport. Afterwards, we'll talk about this video, hang out, and talk about any conspiracies you want. So get your tinfoil hats on and get ready. But this is the video, so let's watch this and then we'll hang out. Demonic blue horses, a swastika-shaped runway, apocalyptic murals, New World Order Illuminati imagery, and a rumored underground city and tunnel system. Now, just what in the hell is going on at the Denver International Airport? On this episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill, we are going to take a look into what many consider to be the Illuminati's airport. The Denver International Airport has been a subject of conspiracy theory since its inception. For starters, it was unnecessary and incredibly expensive. There was already a fully functioning modern airport in existence, located closer to downtown, but despite that, this huge airport was planned and the existing airport ordered closed down to avoid any competition. Now, how huge? Well, the Denver International Airport is twice the size of Manhattan and by far the largest airport in North America and the second largest airport in the world, coming in at 53 square miles. But despite its massive size, it would end up having less runways and gates than the existing airport that it would be replacing, raising even more questions as to why it was even being proposed. Now, its budget was enormous as well, at $1.7 billion, but the project ended up taking 16 months longer than planned to construct and came in at a whopping $4.8 billion, adding to the strangeness surrounding the Denver International Airport. Why all of the delays to construction? And where did all of that extra money go? $3.1 billion. Now, many people believe that all of that time and money went into what is hidden under the Denver International Airport. It is said that a massive underground bunker and tunnel system was constructed first underneath the Denver International Airport, and the airport was then built above it. There's a lot of compelling evidence for this as well, and many people believe that this is actually the true purpose of the Denver International Airport and why it had to be built, and built exactly where it is. And so far, this story is compelling for sure. $3 billion missing building an unnecessary, less functional airport when you already have a perfectly good one in a better location is very odd indeed, but it could be chalked up to extreme wastefulness and shady business tactics if that was all there was here. But that's just where the conspiracy theories, a dedication marker, and plaques around the airport declare that the airport was commissioned by the New World Airport Commission, but no such commission exists, but it does heavily imply the New World Order. The Illuminati symbolism on these markers all read the wrong date. Well, the Illuminati love numerology, as we all know, and 1 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4 equals 33, the highest level of Freemasonry and a favorite number of the Illuminati cult. Now, these markers are very odd, and they are for sure odd on purpose, so why? Is it a marketing thing? Are we in on the joke or the butt of it? Because I think they are mocking us, and it doesn't stop there. Look at the runway layout of the Denver International Airport and go ahead and add this obvious swastika to the list of Illuminati New World Order imagery as well. Now, I'm sure that this is just the most efficient runway layout, right? There's 53 square miles to work with, and this is what they come up with? I know, another accident. But wait, there's more. In fact, weirdness is a theme at the Denver International Airport. Demon statues are displayed all over the airport, and there's a very weird apocalyptic mural that we have got to discuss. But first I want to talk about Blucifer. This giant demonic blue horse with glowing red eyes that literally killed its own creator is the mascot of this strange airport. And that's right, Blucifer, this creepy as hell blue demon horse killed its creator when the head fell on him and crushed him dead. but they still put that horse's head up there and proudly display it to this day. Now, murderous demon horse statues and demons littered all around the airport are for who? Who feels safe in their travels or welcomed home by demons? What kind of theme is that for an airport? Which brings us to the featured art of the inside of the Denver International Airport, a massive apocalyptic mural.
4 panels of giant-sized wall murals in the baggage claim area tell a terrifying and prophetic story in pictures of how humanity's future is going to unfold. The first mural reveals a horrific Darth Vader-like figure wearing a Nazi general uniform and a gas mask. The gas mask indicates that the next war will use depopulating biological or chemical agents. The white dove that he is killing symbolizes peace. On the right are destroyed buildings reminiscent of the Twin Towers. The Nazi general's scimitar sword has been swished through the air, leaving behind a rainbow chemtrail that poisons the air and ethnic population below it. On the left is an endless line of weeping women refugees holding dead babies. There is no trace whatsoever of violence to the dead children, who appear to have died from the deadly gas of the toxic rainbow. Why are there no men present? Presumably, they have all been killed. The Nazi general's scimitar sword that destroys peace is a symbol used by the Shriners, who are Freemasons. Freemasonry is a fraternity within a fraternity. Outwardly, it is a friendly charitable organization that conceals an inner brotherhood of the 33rd degree elect. The next airport mural shows a forest and a city in flames. The world's endangered animals and plants are extinct: buffaloes, whales, leopards, elephants, and sea turtles. The sickly haze and leaping flames suggest a nuclear or biochemical devastation. Children are the only survivors, and they are weeping over 3 open caskets of an African girl on the left, a native girl in the center, and a white Judeo-Christian girl on the right. They represent the death of the old black, red, and white root races to make way for the new world race. The dead white girl in the coffin holds a Bible and a yellow Juden star, which was used by the Nazis to identify Jews. It symbolizes the death of Judeo-Christian beliefs. Another child holds a Mayan tablet depicting the end of the Mayan calendar and the end of the world as we know it. In the third mural, the apocalyptic war has ended. Children of all nations are joyfully giving up their nation's sovereignty to the blonde-haired, blue-eyed German boy at the center. They are all turning over their weapons wrapped in their country's national flag to the German boy. The Bavarian jacket leaves no doubt whatsoever that the blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy is German. He symbolizes the Bavarian Illuminati. With an iron fist, the German boy destroys the weapons of war symbolized by the Nazi general's sword. The German boy uses a hammer, which symbolizes the hammer and sickle of communism. In the foreground, the Nazi general is dead, with doves of peace perched on his corpse. The German boy symbolizes a world leader and savior who brings peace through communism to a devastated world. Who is this boy that the world gives up their flags and weapons to? We know he is German, with blonde hair and blue eyes, like Prince William, who posed as a boy for this Papua New Guinea stamp. Prince William's father is the son of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth, whose surnames were changed to cover up their German identities. Prince William's mother, Diana, was allegedly the daughter of James Goldsmith, a German Jew. In the fourth mural, the earth is restored, including the endangered species, the land, and water. This future world is populated not by adults, but by parentless children. What happened to the adults? The children are in a dance line that is led by the Scottish boy, who symbolizes Scottish Rite Freemasonry. Also, on the far left is an African woman carrying a snake banner. The parentless children of the world are celebrating the New World religion as they gather around and touch the light of Lucifer, who appears as a genetically engineered plant. The plant is a floral version of the colorful bird known as the Quetzalcoatl, or feathered serpent. It is symbolically inseparable from the morning star and Lucifer. The main theme of the Denver New World Airport murals is an apocalypse, with massive depopulation, extinction of species, the death of Judeo-Christian beliefs, and the birth of one world government, one world ruler, and one world religion.
These are not fancy art choices. This is truth in plain sight. They are rubbing our faces in it here. I fully believe that. And it's not crazy to say that at all. It's clear as day. They use it in their ads, their promotional materials, and it covers the whole airport. There is something going on here. And I believe the truth of the Denver International Airport is buried beneath it. I think that the Denver International Airport is the Illuminati's airport, and a huge bunker is hidden beneath it for the world's elite in the event of a coming planned apocalyptic event. Now, what do you think of the Denver International Airport? Am I just a crazy conspiracy theorist, or is something going on here? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, so let me know what you think, and thanks for watching this episode of Conspiracy Theories and Chill. I'll see you next time right here on me. Alright guys, we are still here. That was the newest video for the YouTube channel that I just made on the Denver International Airport. But let me check back in with you guys and see what's going on. Let me fix the screen. I gotta realize you're looking at what I'm looking at. So let's get back to the set. By the way, what do you guys think of the new set? I'm experimenting. I'm trying out different things. I thought this was kind of cool. But we're ironing out new things and learning the new computer. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching that video. And check it out on the YouTube channel if you liked it. And share it. Get it out there. But I'm going to check the comments because, like I said, this is a live show. So I'm going to see. We're in a watch party. And I shared it a couple places. And hopefully you invited some friends. Hopefully we can get a good conversation going. I'm going to see if there's any talking going on. Brian says, interesting topic. Let's see. Steve says, I think I'll fly over that shit. Yikes. Absolutely. Paul, German boy looks a lot like Baron Trump. Yeah, he did, didn't he? That's an interesting conspiracy. You guys heard that one. That Trump's a time traveler. That's an interesting conspiracy. Now, that's what I'm saying now. We're in free reign mode. We can talk about the Denver International Airport. I'm glad to. Or we can talk about anything you want. Any conspiracy at all. Nothing is off limits. But let me get in here really quick so I can see the comments. Brian says the one part where the forest was Australia, with the burning forest, was Australia. Could be. Could be. They put a lot of prophetic stuff in things like that. And Paul, no, I went with my own theme music. You have to use either fair game, fair use, or whatever it's called, whenever they let the music rights slip on a song and you can actually use it, which is Match Game 77 apparently, because I never get flagged for that song. But Paul's favorite theme that we use sometimes is Match Game 77. But tonight I used one of the ones I've made for myself. But Helen says, you're getting good at the bells and whistles of the new computer, looking really good. Thank you. We're trying. This is a little independent show. We get a little better every week. Lucia says, not Baron Trump. I mean, it's just a little blonde boy. But The Barron Trump thing about the time traveler, that's interesting because in the book, there's a book from like 100 years ago with a Barron Trump whose dad is the king. It's fascinating. Susie says, very interesting. New World Order is inevitable according to the scriptures. The Antichrist will step in someday. The New World Order is deeply entrenched. And that's what, hey, Mr. Spanks, thanks, man. He said, good mini doc. It's like the Georgia Guidestones. I got another one I'm working on about the Georgia Guidestones. And that's something coming up in the future. But next week on Conspiracy Theories and Chill, I have an interview with David Long. And David is a Freemason. And he is going to tell me all about Freemasonry and explain how things are on the up and up with that secret society, which is one of the most entrenched secret societies in our history. And Masonic symbols are everywhere along the Illuminati paths and rabbit holes. I'm sure you've run into all that. So we're going to hear about Freemasonry from David and ask questions. So I'm excited about that. So that's next Wednesday at 8 on our regular night. Paul says, Barron Trump and the Time Traveling Boy is the name of the 200-year-old book. Yeah, it's 200 years old. I knew it was at least 100 years old. This book is crazy old, and Barron Trump is the name of the character, and his dad is a powerful businessman on Fifth Avenue, I even believe. And he's the king. It's wild. It is wild. There's a lot of fun. I think I might cover that. That's a good one because, there's a lot of evidence to that one because Trump's grandfather or great-grandfather, was the man who went through Nikola Tesla's research and pulled out what was of value. So there could be the possibility that the Trumps had a chance to get their hands on time-traveling technology. Steve says you should cover the Clinton body count. Expose that bitch in the Podesta and Wiener, Mena Airport and George H.W. Bush. That shit is deep. I do need to do a new Clinton body count video. I need to do a more thorough one. In the one I've done for the YouTube channel, it's a few years old, and the list is incomplete. And the list I covered on the video was like 60-something long. It's in the hundreds. I have a friend. He's a big Trump supporter. And he talks to me all the time about how he can't believe Hillary's not in jail. It's not that hard to believe once you realize that she is like a high priestess in the Illuminati. She is very, very powerful, connected to deep power, and I think a very evil woman. Lucia says, Freemasonry on the up and up. Well, we're going to find out. David's going to be on to explain Freemasonry to us and explain a lot of these things that I'm sure we all have questions about. Susie says, are there super fast underground travel tunnels leading to the Denver airport from many cities? There is an entire network of underground cities and tunnels under this country. An entire network. The elite have extremely nice little setup underground. And they do have super fast underground tunnels, travel systems. Brian says, that's interesting. Never heard that book going back 200 years. I think I need to cover it. It's fascinating. But look it up. Give it a quick YouTube after the show and check it out because there's a lot there. And then when you couple that with Trump being connected to the man, through family lineage that went through Tesla's research. Nikola Tesla claimed to have seen the past, present, and the future. Claimed to have mastered time travel. Paul says if Tesla could bend space and time in 1941 with limited cash and technologies, then a billionaire boy in 2015 doing the same doesn't really sound all that far-fetched. No, it doesn't. Nothing's outside the realms of possibility. If anything, am a contrarian. You know what I mean? And like I said, the connection to Tesla is substantial. Steve says, Aleister Crowley, Barbara Bush's daddy, they are evil. Yes, that's a great one. And I am going to cover that, Steve. I just got to figure out how to go about it. Because I want it to at least stand on its own. I'm still learning, for the most part, how to do videos to begin with. And it's a slow process. And now with the new computer, it's even like I'm back to square one. I got to learn it all over again. But I want to learn how to do better and use motion video instead of the still frames with the audio over it. But I will. We're going to learn how to do cooler stuff like that, and that will lead me to be able to better cover like the Barbara Bush one. Although that would be able to be done good with the still images. But Barbara Bush, her daddy is Aleister Crowley. Now, a lot of you know or have heard, I'm sure, of Aleister Crowley. Look at Google, Barbara Bush and Aleister Crowley. That is her daddy. She looked just like her daddy. Just like Chelsea looks just like her daddy, William Hubble. Chelsea's dad is not Bill Clinton. Christine says the boy has Thor's hammer. In the book, Brad says Hillary is chipped for the Skull and Bones Society. Last heard she is the only female member. I did not know that. That's interesting. It's very believable. Tamara says, I'm a Trump delegate, California. A lot of us believe he is put there by God and has big plans for Trump for the end times. Christine says, Thor's hammer. Thor was the stranger in the Pentagon. Let's see. Helen says, gotta keep eyes on the quiet ones. YouTube is being quiet. You guys, this is a live show. Participate. Tell me what conspiracies you want to get into. We can get into just about anything you want on this show. Is there anything else you want to hear about the Denver International Airport? Do you have more questions or anything you'd like to ask about that? Because it was only a short video, like just a 12-minute video. That was the aim, just like a shareable, like a nice little short video for the YouTube channel. But Christine says Denver Airport is the boy with Thor's hammer. Now, I want to look at it again because I can't see it right now. That's what she's talking about, Thor's hammer. That's what she's in the mural, in the Denver Airport. Paul says you just set off my Google Assistant. How did I set off your Google Assistant? Helen says Danny Williams looks just like his daddy too. Who's Danny Williams' daddy? Who is Danny Williams? Follow-up question. Who is Danny Williams and who is Danny Williams' daddy? I'll probably feel stupid when you tell me who he is. Brian says the RFID chip. You know, on my YouTube channel, and it's a baby, it's only 4 years old. The only video that I've gotten a copyright hit for and completely taken down was on the RFID chip. What does that mean? You know what I mean? Just a small-time little YouTube channel. I've had only one video ever taken down, and it was within minutes of upload. Like, quick. Unbelievably fast. So, Danny Williams, Bill Clinton. Oh, is that the dude? Is that his name? I've seen pictures of that guy. I'm sure Bill's got a few kids. You know what I mean? Don't you think? I bet Bill's got a few kids. Paul says Bill Clinton's illegitimate kid. I didn't know his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about now. The image is in my head, but I'm sure Bill has a few kids littered around. Christine says he's wearing Dutch clothing, not German. The woman in the video, I used a video clip. She actually does a really good job describing murals, and I've used her before for my Lucius Trust video. Her description of the murals and it really in depth, but the Dutch clothing, it could be. Brian says they knew you were onto them, meaning RFID chips. It's interesting that it's the only video that I've ever had completely taken down. Bob says I dropped a sub, looking forward to future shows. Danny Williams is Bill Clinton's kid for sure. I didn't know his name, but that kid is. Have you seen this kid? You guys know what I'm talking about. I can see the pictures in my mind right now like I'm looking at him. Yeah, Paul, it looks identical. Yeah, he's half black. That's the one I'm thinking of too. Paul said he's Bill's black kid. Uh-huh. The half black kid. Yes. We're talking about the exact same person. But I bet you that Bill is his father. The RFID chip video, I don't know. I've tried to figure out where I stumbled upon something that isn't supposed to be shown. I don't know what I said in it because it was like my regular style video, but it got banned. You only get 3 copyright strikes on YouTube before they take your channel down, and it's one that got me one. It's the only one I've got. But they strike me because they say, and I've used clips of other things, and you have fair use. You can use, I don't need to get way into it, but you're allowed to use news and information clips if you're commentating on them. So I had that disclaimer on the video and everything. I followed the rules, but I used Dr. Oz. There was a clip on Dr. Oz where he was talking about the RFID chip. And Bob says I should put the video up on BitChute. I still have it on the other computer. I've kept it. I should tweak the audio and throw it up on BitChute. What is BitChute? I need to learn more about different platforms because we're heavily shadow banned on every platform that we stream on. We're heavily shadow banned on Facebook. Everything I do is, but this show especially. This show did hit a pretty good stride, and then the legs got taken out from underneath it as well. But I think it's my fault because I named it Conspiracy Theories and Chill. I should have named it something inconspicuous. I shouldn't have been out front about it. Christine says Thor like in Stargate and Thor's hammer. Whoa. Whoa. You think that's what's implying? Brian says Dark Angel, they call it. Christine says we're dealing with interdimensional entity. That's why it is Thor like in Stargate. There's the book. Sheila in the group, in the watch party, shared the book. Let me see if I can copy that link and share it to the other feed. But this is the book, the Project Gutenberg ebook of Baron Trump's marvelous. I can't see the whole title, but that's it right there. Lori says, what is it that I want to understand the video? In the Dr. Oz clip, he explains that how we're going to move in this direction, that we're going to be chipped, and talks about it like it's natural and gets into the different companies that are already doing it. And then in the video, I talked more about these companies. Like, do you remember that one where they had like 1,000 employees and they gave them so much money and every one of their employees agreed to be chipped? And people are already chipped, and I got into that. But I think where I crossed the line is, even in the title, I referenced it being the mark of the beast, and that it was evil. But I thought that was pretty well known. I didn't think I was crossing any line or saying anything new with that. But I think that the religious element in the video was where I crossed the line. But I don't know. I don't know what gets me strikes on YouTube or not. And sometimes I'm being paranoid, but I don't think I am right now. I mean, this is a tinfoil hat, but Christine says the chips are phones. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of things. There's somebody I'm wanting to have on who actually believes that we already have micro, I don't know what to call them, but we've already inhaled them. That's part of what we're being sprayed with, that the chip is already in us. It's fascinating, and I want to have him on. We're getting ready to get the Be Live again, which allows me to have guests on, so it's pretty cool. And we're going to try to get that back because I want to have a few people on the show. And anything you guys want to see us cover in future episodes, let me know. So I'm always looking for topics. I try to make a new video every week for the YouTube channel and for the show. And that's a lot to keep up with. So I'm always looking for topics. Anything you want to see, let me know. Paul says they shut us down at the 16 convention, and Jeff wound up recording them from his room and uploading them to PAS, politics and stuff. We couldn't go live within like 3 miles of the venue, thinking LRAD was used. LRAD is used. I'm going to like that right now. LRAD is used. They use a lot of stuff against us. And the internet is something that they allow us to have. They can take it away at any moment. And in a lot of these places where there's rising ups going on, where people are rising up, they do that and black out the internet because they know we use it as a technology, a communication tool, rather. They know that. So they can pull the rug out from you instantly and shut it down. And they do it. I think that's why they want us dependent on it. So I almost think a lot of times that we need to come up with a better way to communicate and stay in touch. Because this is a neat little tool for now. They're doing all they can to chip away at it, to make it just a whitewashed version of what it ever was. They're trying to erase truth from it in real time. But for now, it's a pretty good tool. It's just we need to keep in mind it can be taken away from us at any time. Bob says it's a video file sharing platform. Oh, it hid your comment, by the way. When Bob said BitChute, YouTube flags comments that compete with them. I've noticed that. I'm probably not supposed to say that. I've noticed that every video, when I hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was recently, and thank you to everybody for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. But when I hit that, I was eligible for monetization. And as soon as I turned it on, every video comes up not eligible. So truth is not friendly on YouTube either. So I may need to look at BitChute. Brian says Venezuela did, if not Colombia. Wait, he's talking about something here. Oh, he listed off some channels. I missed a lot in the comments. The comments are moving fast in the watch party. But it's exciting. I like your group. You've probably noticed. I share to you guys' group all the time. And I hope you don't mind. But I'm going to be honest with you. I love hanging out with you guys. So you have to kick me out to get me to stop. And I always have a great time hanging out with y'all. So I hope you don't kick me out. Paul says nanochips falling from the clouds. Now, this person that I want to get on an interview fully believes we already have it in us. That there is enough that we've already breathed in, and that there's nothing can be done. We're going to hear from him, you know, and he's going to do a much better job of explaining that than I would be able to right now. But basically, microscopic robots? I don't know. I don't know. It's scary, though. And by the way, have y'all seen the mini drones that they have, these assassin drones? Those are terrifying, too. They got a lot of stuff. You know, they probably have a lot of stuff that would look like magic to us. Man, something's going on over it. Brian says, let's talk about George Soros and Facebook. They won't take that down. George Soros? No, if we talked about George Soros, legitimately talked about George Soros, they probably would take it down. Brian says, X22 report, Serial Brain, iPod. Those were the last ones. The shows that he's recommending here. Those are all new to me, by the way, so those are all good recommendations for me. I'm going to check those out. Lori says, it's amazing how you are working so hard to read everyone's comments. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. I'm trying to keep up with them. We're on YouTube, and I got 2 different versions of the stream going on Facebook, so I'm trying to. And then Steve reminds everybody, Steve's good at that, at reminding me, we now have Super Chat on YouTube now that we've made it to monetization land. So I don't get ads on my videos, or I don't get, you know what? That's not true, because they still do run the ads. They just don't give me any money for them. So I'm going to turn that off, or try to. But we do have Super Chat. So if you're on YouTube now, you can Super Chat, which is really cool. And I'm hoping that catches on. Or I'm thinking about selling T-shirts. I'm thinking about doing something. I'd like to turn this into a regular job and do these kind of shows all the time. What's up, Babels? Susie says, what do you know about 5G? 5G, I've done a few videos on, and what I've found out is really scary, to be honest. And it could be a lot of different things, but it's bad every way you look at it. And I don't understand why we would take such a risk for just faster phones. You know, that seems really stupid. Helen says they did that at Hofstra too, in Standing Rock, the LRAD. Yeah. Bob says anything with conspiracy in the title gets throttled, probably. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're not supposed to